One thing I think people massively underestimate when it comes to scaling a B2B SaaS startup is the amount of noise you have to make in the market to even get noticed by like a few people, right? So the traditional method of, getting awareness and meetings and sales meetings and everything is outbound sales. So you hire an SDR, you hire an AE, you've got a sales manager, you've got the founder eventually as you scale out, obviously. And you go and knock on some doors. You can send cold emails, you can send LinkedIn messages, you can do cold calls, you can reach out to people in your network. There's a whole bunch of ways, but basically like manpower to go and, get meetings, awareness, all that stuff. That's one. What I think people founders massively underestimate is like, that is just one channel and that's one like idea of how to get attention outbound, right? And then there's a whole bunch of channels within that, methodologies, like tactics, all that sort of stuff. But they massively underestimate like proof points, like social proof points on the internet, right? So like just general PR, promoting funding news, signing new clients, case studies, videos, content, personal brand. Like there is so much more to do to look like a legit company and actually make noise and have any excuse to just post something. I think they just massively underspend in that area. I haven't even spoken about maybe B2B SaaS, fine, SEO, maybe not as important, but like those types of things you should be thinking about. Ads on LinkedIn. I haven't cracked ads. I'd love to chat to someone who has, and I'll love to talk to them. But founders just don't invest enough money and time in trying to generate an inbound funnel. I've seen a few startups now really, really crack this code of getting a solid inbound funnel. B2B SaaS, like I'm talking ACV over like 50 grand ish. So inbound is not the typical methodology, but if you can crack it, it's really good. A few different strategies. One, evangelism. When you have a very specific niche, very, small market, evangelizing that market, especially if it's an up and coming market, was super powerful. So they would do like marketing events to help these individuals in these companies raise their personal brand, raise their personal status in the industry by doing co-marketing stuff. So like inviting them on a webinar or a talk, a panel, all that sort of stuff. That works really well. And then all the marketing around that. Just because you invite someone on a talk does not mean your job's over. That's where people stop. That's a good example. You have to then promote it and you put it on the company page. You get the founders to post it. You run ads on it, like whatever it is in the background to then elevate that and get people talking about it. That's one, evangelism. Second is just really capitalizing on hype. So AI, obviously 2025 is the year of AI, 2024 as well. Just really doubling down on like we're an AI startup, using that literally just in messaging and just capitalizing on it while it's hot. Super, super important. There's like a lot of different, obviously, elements to running a business and starting a SaaS company, but one of them is market timing. And if you have market timing, everything's just a little bit easier. Everything just comes a little bit better. All the conversion rates are slightly better than normal, right? So market timing, if you've got it, fantastic, and ride the curtails the whole way. All in all, I do think founders underestimate and underinvest in the value of social proof points, marketing, content versus like, let's just go outbound sales. Like, yes, important, but you need to make so much noise in the US to break through to buyers, and trying to do that in a methodical, smart, resource allocative way, very difficult. If you crack it, especially inbound, can be super powerful.